also want to thank Transit Lounge, wonderful publisher, very wonderful publisher. Yeah, it's a Hobart bookshop. Thank you. I'll read a couple of poems from the book. A couple of people have mentioned, were you a medical tourist? And what I wrote in the back of this book is kind of true. I say that the poems that resulted are fictional and true. So, tells you anything. For those of you who've been to India and places like it, there is some kind of, everyone says, don't drink the water, don't drink the water. So there is some kind of, while you're angry and upset at the injustice and the poverty, you're also very aware of yourself, maybe too aware, and perhaps a bit paranoid. So there's some kind of sense of vulnerability in you. And this poem is about that. It's called Rituals. Here I keep thinking of things I can't see, not gods as such, though sometimes I wonder. It's those rituals I know too well that put me most at risk. I crane my neck as I brush my teeth, rinse my mouth out straight from the tap, and stop myself just in time. They're teeming and multiplying on the bathroom doorknob, on the end of this pen I just put in my mouth, in a drop of water on a restaurant spoon. I can never pick up the low frequency of my own blood, but now a mosquito is singing its circuits of the room, then stops somewhere I can't see. Sleep is wary of me and shallow. Above, the fan gently shudders as it turns. I wake, suddenly lifted into an eerie, holy quiet. A soft rain falls on an empty intersection. Nothing will happen to me. I'll read the title poem, because I think on one level the poems go from that kind of, it's some kind of journey, and somewhere in the middle of that journey there is a sense of adjusting to where you are. Well, you think you're adjusting to where you are. So it's about that, this poem is about that midway point, I guess. Immune systems. At first I thought they must just have stronger stomachs than us. I felt weak, thin, and admired them, while I slowly absorbed reports of fever, dehydration, organ failure, preventable deaths in the villages and around the corner from the hotel. My mind, I guess, was desperate to make connections, so I pitied them, felt lucky to be going home. And as the days wash past, I see less and less, walk the length of the crowded, broken street in thought, fingering an impossible knot. A rickshaw driver's cracked feet hang out from the back seat as he clutches at sleep. A stooped and greying man guards another ATM. Alone tonight, I find myself suddenly in tears over a TV game show, quickly followed by commercials for jewellery, insurance, a brand new mobile phone. This one is set up in Gangtok in Sikkim, which is much closer to the Himalayas, and I guess perhaps less Hinduism, more Buddhism. Yeah, it's just a series of scenes. The shopkeeper sweeps his threshold clear of dust again. Inside, a fly spasms, drowning in chai. 6 feet from the diesel toy train, a vegetable patch. Thrown coconut husks like broken skulls. 3 flies huddle on a grain of cold rice. Look closer. Those prayer flags are clothes drying. The soundless moan the cangling makes inside the display cabinet. The lights of the hill town, which ones are stars? The mist falling, a shawl into the deep valley. I have forgotten who I am. I think might be good to read a couple of haiku. I think that might be a nice way of ending our little evening. So I don't know how many I'll read. I'll just read a couple. 2 a.m. Mosquitoes. My own blood on the wall. Lonely. I remember the mosquito. Forest Conservator's office. The roof covered with moss. Thank you for coming, and there's more books.
Thank you, Jane, Andrew and Andy. Have a drink, buy a book.